that nonsense, so they know it's him speaking wisdom. I'm the one that was chosen, a place in the land while they all dozed in. It's classic material that I'm composing, filled with the jealousy, the judgment, the hatred. Those pointing fingers saying I wouldn't make it to the top. I'm taking my music is long awaited. Can't wait to look back like, man, I finally made it. It's time to move straight, don't ever lose faith. See, we getting nowhere, but we all in a race. They say I got what it takes, but at times I second guess. In the land of the lost, I feel like I'm the one that's blessed. Since time and time again, it's time that I confess. Before I save souls, gotta clean my own mess. It's time for me to pass now, life is a test. Come on.
Your opinion don't affect my shine or my ability to overcome obstacles. Boy, I'ma grind till I get what's mine. And when I do, I'ma be at the top, stopping who? Yeah, I see you haters looking bitter to inform you about what? To whom it may consider I'm real. The game's MVP won't stop till you sideliners envy me.
They say money is power, so it's something good to have. I feel that I'm elite, and the throat is up for grabs. You can take 1,000 stabs, just don't hit the heart. I'm the alpha and omega, this where it ends and starts. Gotta play your part if you want to win the game. Keep a strong head and prepare for the pain. Rise to the occasion when the fans scream your name. From this moment on, things shall never be the same. People will stare, they will look at you different. And when they speak of history, your name will be mentioned. You will shine and glisten, sort of like the sun. From your date of birth, you were the chosen one. Prep for his mission, pursue his vision. Push some downfalls, make some bad decisions, but learn from it and turn the negative good. Still spoke for the streets and the people in the hood. Did something good, turned his life around. To all the critics, I say, look at me now, but don't look at me with frowns. Show me love and support. Play the game with confidence and be a good sport. And we can rise together, look at the sky together. We can blow in the wind. Never mind the weather, I shall stand strong and give a hand to my brother, man. Go back home and just walk through the motherland.
Your opinion don't affect my shine or my ability to overcome obstacles. Boy, I'ma grind till I get what's mine. And when I do, I'ma be at the top, stopping who? Yeah, I see you haters looking bitter to inform you about what? To whom it may consider I'm real. The game's MVP won't stop till you sideliners envy me.
Yeah. Give it up one more time for Mr. Freak Alien. Now, a little bit of call and response. Call and response. If you really liked what Freak Aliens did, on the count of 3, I need you to go, ha ha! Okay, can you all do that? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. You go. See, that's his trademark. Anytime you hear that on the radio, you know that's Mr. Freak Alien. And he's uplifting a community and a crowd of people. Give it up one more time for Mr. Freak Alien. Mr. Purple Man himself. I love that. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Wow. That was cool, man. Y'all like this song? Yeah. Very uplifting. Feeling positive, all that good stuff. Yeah, that was kind of hot. Okay. All right. Well, we had a lot of masculine energy on the stage. Wouldn't you all agree about that? Yeah. Okay, so maybe it's time to kind of change it up a little bit. Is that cool? Can we put a little too much testosterone on a lot of that? Okay. Well, all right, well, we're going to switch up the pace a little bit. This next young lady that's going to be coming to the stage is going to be doing some spoken word for y'all. Y'all ready for a little bit of spoken word? Say yeah. You know, we've had the R&B, we've had blues, we had a little bit of rock and roll, we've had some hip-hop. Wow. So we're going to have some spoken word. She is published. She writes for Urban Views in Richmond, Virginia. So I need y'all to put your hands together right now. Start putting your hands together. Clap, 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 clap. And show your love for Miss Kamisha Jones. Oh, and again, sidebar, she happens to be my fiance. But you know, I didn't want to preface with that because a lot of times we preface our women by the men that they're with. Like, this is my wife, that so on and so forth. I wanted her to stand on her own, so I just wanted to say that. Sorry.
That's why you're my fiance. tonight? Feeling good?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to give you a few pieces, and hopefully you like them. The theme that was in my head was love, so I thought I would start with a piece about love. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Y'all good? Yeah. All right. Love is not a seesaw. Wooden and stiff place of waiting for your loved one to lift you, where your feet touch the ground and you see yourself as one-sided, isolated, insufficient for elevation or balance, where you despise your own substance, believing it is your own weight that grounds you. Love, my friend, it is the ground. Stable, firm, steady. Love is fine particles of dust, firmly embracing each other enough to give you a place to stand, a place to plant your feet. It's cooperative, senses your skyward thoughts in the tingling of your toes and clasp its substance together like hands to become the boost you need for flight. It is unafraid of letting go. Love, it is no roller coaster. Imaginary dangers at every turn, demanding you to buckle up for the ride, for thrills that turn to sinking, stomach churning, ups and downs and twists and turns. Best when you cover your eyes and refuse to see what's inevitably coming. It is not endings that leave you wanting to ride again just to prove you've got more courage this time. It is no amusement found standing in line for what others have left behind. Love, it is a safety harness, hugging you tightly with its warmth, assuring you that some being thought of you, wanted to preserve you, protect you. It is the knowing that surrounds you with peace when you question your worth, your wholeness, your right to exist beyond playgrounds and theme parks. It is no carnival prize you win by navigating other people's trickery. It is no funhouse of distortion. It is the mirror that shows you the meaning of your falls, the beauty of your scars. It is a gentle kiss on skin knees that gives you reason to heal. So Anthony was mentioning the testosterone, so this next piece will still have a love theme, but it's a self-love thing, and so it brings in the gender and the women's issues that I like to write about. They gave me a label maker for Christmas, my parents. What was a kid to do with a label maker? I used it to name things, claim things as my own. Toys and albums, tapes and board games. This is how it works, like a gun. I set the dial to one letter at a time, then squeezed the trigger until the blue ribbon gave way to white imprinted words. Making labels was serious business, especially for someone with a 12-letter name. I took no shortcuts. Learn to appreciate every dot, curve, and line that spells me. There's something profound about a woman who knows her own name, who isn't confused by the labels others put on her, too grown to coo and call baby, too tall to shrink herself into a shorty. A woman who knows her own name doesn't pant after pet names to be the pat on the head that proves she's worth something. I haven't always known these things. I've been the geeky girl, imprinted so deeply with false naming, I can still see its scars. 25 years later, I just wanted to be cool, even if only by association, yearning for some man's swagger to stamp me with acceptance. I put up with too much, allowed the unending ribbons of judgment to tangle me up. Dizzied by the swirling sentiments for my womanhood, I have found myself in lonely corners, wondering if I really am sneaky and irrational and unworthy of trust and unworthy, period. Women, it is no easy task to be labeled. This is how it works. Like a gun, set your focus on one woman at a time. Exert pressure until she allows parts of who she is to be erased. Squeeze her into boxes until she believes in the value of hiding. Eve was the first to look for cover. And in Eden overgrowing, her hunger to name things for herself was growing. She heard the hisses of insufficient and naked and unaware, and these words, they tasted a lot like self-definition. So she chose to take a bite. Now, we all get to choose what we answer to, but for some of us, the choice is between generic numbers and crude letters. Sister Eve, we only learned your name after eviction. I wonder who gave it to you. Was that Adam's first attempt at cursing? Because he cried, she made me do it. And the brother, he knew how to make a label stick. So today, generations of women hear his voice within their preacher's scorn. Find Eve's faulty reflection, facing them in their mirror. Seek out serpents to lead them to the truth. Sister Eve, I wonder if things would be different if you knew your own name sooner. I wonder if things would be different if you had a label maker. This last piece, I kind of like to think of a manifesto for myself, but my background is in doing diversity work and trying to build community across lines of difference, and so I wrote this out of thinking about those experiences and all of the stories I heard from that work. So I will conclude with this piece. I untangle hate like knotted shoelaces, persistently tending to one tangle at a time. Each intricately interwoven entanglement requires special care, demands my concentration, patience, commitment. These knots did not tie themselves. They came from other people's hands, hands that were hasty, hands that thought little of the delicate strands that hold us together as community, greedy hands with arrogant intentions that overlook the impact of their movement in the world. I understand the complexities, but understanding doesn't relieve the strain and cramping of the task as each issue unravels, another underlying difficulty is discovered, reminding me how hard this work is. I do not give up. I work meticulously, transparently, deliberately, providing mirrors so others can inspect themselves, removing barriers inhibiting us from seeing each other, looking into my own eyes for resistance. I listen to the stories, how she was called trailer trash growing up, and now she overspends her credit card so she can fit in. How anger is as constant a companion for him as the number of times that his brown body provokes white women to clutch their purses and cross to the other side of the street. How she was raped and assaulted, but never told anyone, preferring to live in the silent shame of believing it was her own fault. How he hasn't felt safe here since 9/11 equated his faith and his religious garb with terrorism, and he isn't even Muslim. How she has a hard time seeing her own beauty ever since they said they'd never babysit for her in the summertime because her biracial skin is just too dark that time of year. How God was ripped from his heart by the words from some preacher's pulpit declaring he was an abomination that God could not love. And their tangles have become my tangles, and my knotted soul is desperate for freedom, so I grasp at the isms with the delicacy of fingertips working their way through ensnared strands, making space where there is little, loosening each hateful bond and replacing it with love. I work as if my life depends upon it, because it does. My life and the lives of so many others, distorted into matted mess, need this. Need others with unwearied hands to undo the years of untruth, unfairness, inhumanity. I am no superhero. This work requires the ordinariness of making mistakes and asking forgiveness, getting close to the ground where our lives are repeatedly tripped up, kneeling down into the soil where generations of overlapping silence, unintentional hurts, and deliberate discrimination have intertwined injustice with what we now know as normal. It is work we all must do, but it is work we will not do as long as we are comfortable. So I pray your feet like mine grow weary, blistered, and bruised by the status quo. That you feel the painful binding cords of bigotry, and that it takes your breath away. That the sight of the bright red burns of bias on your loved ones and friends stops the steady beat of your heart for just 1 second. Then, and only then, will the hope for a free world, a just world, become real. Then and only then will we realize we are all bound together by a common cord and live fearlessly knowing we are all one. Thank you.
right, I need everybody to put their finger in the air just like this. All right, I want y'all to look around the room at each other real quick. Look at who's in this room. Everybody who's got a finger up is on one accord. We are all necessary, we all are needed, and we can and will make a difference in this world, all right? Is that cool? All right, and one other thing, one shameless plug. Me personally, I feel that once we raise the feminine energy to being equal with the masculine energy in this world, in this community, we'll actually start to change some things. So, brothers, guess what we have to do? We have to uplift our sisters. Sisters, guess what you need to do? You need to start believing that y'all are something worthwhile. Period. End of story, all right? Glad I got a couple of I'm not going to preach, that's where we'll leave it. But have you enjoyed the entertainment tonight? Yeah. Have you learned something? Okay, well, I want to bring up somebody to the stage to kind of tell you why we're here and why we're putting this money to the Blue Diamond Production Company, because, you know, they're doing some positive things. And all the acts that you're going to see tonight are well worth investing in and paying for. Let me say that one more time. All the groups that you have seen and are going to see are worthy of being paid for and appreciated. And we need to do that. So right now, without further ado, clap for Mr. Cole Killer as he tells you why we're here.
Hello, everybody. Thank y'all, first of all, for coming out and supporting our function. And what I want to do, I want to call up the members of the Blue Diamond Production. So let me start with Mr. Eddie Harris. Mr. Curtis Gilmore Jr. Mr. Eddie Banks. Come on, Eddie Banks. And Mr. Garrett Direct. One of our members wasn't able to make it, that was Scotty B, but we know that he's healthy and he's doing well. So the Blue Diamond was put together based on a discussion that was going around the table about the Vinegar Hill and how when that urban development came, 29 businesses was just removed and never was replaced. And the Blue Diamond Club was actually one of them. And these guys right here, we all came together. We said we want to provide some nice entertainment for the community to show that, you know, we have something to offer to the greater Charlottesville as well. And that poem that Kamisha just read, the last one, like summed up everything that we're about up here. And we just want to bring a message of healing through our entertainment and love, and just let Charlottesville know that it's a beautiful thing that we all can come together and enjoy one another's entertainment, whether it's at Seaville Coffee, whether it's at the Jefferson Center, or anywhere else in Charlottesville. So I thank y'all, and I want to give y'all a round of applause for showing up and supporting. Without further ado, we're going to move on with the show and call up our next act.
All right, give it up for Blue Diamond. And what he just said made it worthwhile for me to be a part of this whole organization, because my company is called Sky's the Limit Entertainment. And like I said, I do a bi-monthly open mic called Verbs and Vibes. Shameless plug, shameless plug, shameless plug. This Thursday at Para Coffee, we got a guy from Richmond, a poet, a national poet, by the name of John Survivor Blake. He's going to be coming through. It's only $5, so hopefully we want to see everyone there, because it's a beautiful time. We have a great time. And you get to see some of these other artists that you wouldn't see anywhere else in Charlottesville coming to the stage and doing some things. Like Freak Alias has been there. Hopefully we're going to get the design there sometime soon. Hint, hint. Brandon has also been on. And this next group of performers, true and dear to my heart, because I've seen them grow from when they were, you know, just getting started to a point now where they're much more professional and they just got it going on. Are y'all ready for a little bit more hip-hop? Yeah. Or do you want me to speak some more? So are you ready for some more hip-hop? They got to bribe you all. All right, well, coming to the stage. Okay, that's one of the things we do at Verbs and Vibes. So since they kind of like my Verbs and Vibes staple, I got to do it the way that we normally do it. So coming to the stage, Coming to the stage is some hot hip-hop by this group that's just changing the musical frontier. So I need y'all to give it up, start clapping right now, and give it up for Spit It Out. And on the count of three, I need y'all to say Spit It Out. 1, 2, 3. Spit it out. Okay, I guess that was a bad host type of thing. All right, give it up for Spit It Out Inc.
Check. How this mic sound? This mic sound nice?
Yeah.
Oh, that sound good? Okay.
Yeah, it's sound
Whoa! I hit the jackpot.
Right? All right, let's get into it. Fella, what we doing, man?
I think we do a little that money.
Yeah, that money.
Why don't you give a little background on it first?
Just start the beat. We got
Okay. Let's do that then. It's self-explanatory, really.
Come on, big guy.
Yeah.
Sorry, man, it's in the middle somewhere. Hey, yo, while we waiting on the beat, let me hear everybody say, spit it out. Spit it out.
Yeah.
Spit it out. Spit it out. You know how we do. You about to hear what we do.
Money.
Money.
In good hands, it can do good things.
Great thing.
But in the wrong hands, it's the root of all evil.
All evil, all evil, all evil.
People, they lie for it, they die for it. To get a loan, some to go apply for it. Sign a life away on the dotted line for it. In the past, people committed murder crimes for it. Thug rappers be spitting that murder rhyme for it. Trying to get you gassed off the chains exported. Then you looking at them like, yo, I can't afford it. While they steady flossing, trying to leave your brain distorted. It's that money, it's that wealth they can't handle. Don't let no cash play you like a downloaded sample. Soon they gonna self-destruct and blow it in this mantle. They never run the hip with a positive example. When homeless people walk the streets of Panhandle, we walk around $100 jeans, sneakers, sandals. While others do hip-hop as a battle novelty. Homicide, the poor, living out of poverty. Each one, reach one, is what it's gotta be. Not to grab a mic, women for the $1,000 beat. Them stacks that roll that gold. To purchase two clips, mad clean plus gold. Money getting lost in this green weed soul. When people kill for money, where the red grows. Money leaves the progress roll. If you put your life on hold, money leaves your dignity gold. I won't be ruled by the capital gold. Won't let my people fold to that corrupt form and gold. It's that money, that almighty dollar. 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 Yo, on the back of reason God we trust. We be worshiping the green, but the God we hush. So much call for the cash, never having enough. Some get dirty for that green, is that green they trust. It's that money, that almighty dollar. 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 It's that money, that close your eyes, bring your back money back. Turn the friend into a rap money. Yo, anybody act money, shit, clap money. Here, now your name's on the tax roll, now you trap money. Once you hook, you a fool for the paper. Wu-Tang, together cash rules millions later. You change people when they start making big shit. Good-hearted poor man turn into a rich rich. I see that happen, we all seen it go down. I spit it out cause it's too bitter to choke down. That $10 cramming down my throat now. Miss New Orleans on his way to bail out Motown. Student loans and catastrophe. As for me, if I'm Jesus, halfway to a master's degree, I'm on paper for life. The paper chase caught up, I'm paying the price. Plus interest, it's that money, that almighty dollar. 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 There ain't much time, now that you're living. When I spit my rhymes, this is crucial, it's words from the ancient times. Pay attention, you gotta read between the lines. It's dire that you heed my warning, cause you know what? No one ever promised you morning. Let's go. No one ever promised you morning. Let's go. Yeah, no one ever promised you morning. Let's go. 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 Hearing this intellectual blank, but you're not hearing. It's won't suppress. Listen, and you'll see another way. Emphasizing all the things you wanna say. Your mind's clouded, can't be beyond the storm. We're changing the whole genre, move away from the norm.
Thank you for that. And I'm so happy that I got to be here tonight. It's been a while since I've been to Verbs and Vibes, and so I've been missing the vibe. And I really appreciate the uplifting things that I heard tonight. You know, within the first 10 minutes, I was changed. So thank you for that.
Beautiful down to the third.
You don't hear that all the time. Just don't. It's raining. It's not right now, but it was earlier. Humidity took all my curls out. Well, some of the singer thinks I'm beautiful.